Okay, what an intro. Hello. I am Sean, also known as secretly as Sliver. Have a decent NMG ton, so I also have a pretty good eye for when things are going wonky and like why they're doing that. So, um, yeah. So my first impression here, and I should expand this, but my first impression here is that you have a very boxy tracker, which is a restreamer's dream, because I can just crop it and put it on my overlay. Awesome. So we will be watching your game feed at 2 times speed. I will probably slow it down at some point to better see what's going on and stuff. I'm going to be showing things here on the right, so if you see your video pause, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so we're in open mode. Nice chest turn. Was that a chest turn? Speed. Yes, it was. Very nice. Okay, good old Uncle start. Nothing wrong with that, except, so you're probably going to pull the tree and get nothing here. Okay, so you didn't pull the tree. So part of what makes the Uncle start good or great is that you pick up this sign here, and then you kill one of these 2 guards with it, and then you proceed to pull this tree. Now, the reason that you do that is that when you pull the tree, it has a chance to drop any item drop in the game. So it can be bombs, it can be hearts, it can be magic, fairy, anything that you can get from an enemy, you can get 4 of from that tree. What you're looking for here is mostly bombs. I will usually accept blue rupees or red rupees, and then the rest is whatever. The rest, I usually want to set up for a tier 2. So the part of the reason for going to Uncle first is to find bombs before Kakariko, because it's a lot easier to find bombs when you can do 2 triples rather than just 1. And you also get the 2 extra item checks. But the second reason to do Uncle is that you're looking for something to make your CAC trip more worth it. So a flute or a bottle, specifically. And then the other reason is if there are multiple bombs or if there are bombs at all on your tree pool, you can just go do front of escape with bombs. Or if you get a weapon from Uncle, you can just go to front of escape right away, looking for those same items, bottle or flute. So by doing this way, you're giving up the resource part, which is mostly what I think makes this worth it. Okay, a little menu flub, but that's fine. Okay, one thing that you did well here that I don't necessarily see a lot of mentees doing as of yet is you have a clear plan here. You're gonna get this chest and you're gonna save and quit. There is no hesitation here at all, and I love to see that. A lot of people will like run around for a little bit or like even walk out of the room entirely, and that's just leaving time on the table. Okay, so now you get your tree pulls, I guess, which is fine. Nice, bomb crab. Dude's in the way. Okay. I don't like checking lumberjack ledge here. It's going out of your way to find an item that you can't even possibly get. And honestly, if you need to beat Aga 1 for lumberjack ledge, you probably also need to beat it for Dark World access. The only the only lumberjack checks that are actually worth it are like cap items, like Samaria, bow, medallion, something like that. And even the bow, like there's a second one out there, so I don't really count that as worth it. So it's a very low percentage that that's going to actually pay off. And the other high percentage of the time you're A bleeding that time, and B there are better chances to check it rather than right at the beginning. Like if you ever need lumberjack ledge, your logic will point you there at some point. Okay. Nice flute. Okay. Um, you didn't get very much. You didn't get very much in Kakariko here, so I don't mind like blind checking the race game because you definitely have the bombs to do it. Doing it swordless is kind of feels bad, um, but yeah, let's see where we go here to 7. Um, so if I have flute in Kakariko, I'm always going to 6. Uh, you get the Desert Ledge check, and then you go into Agina, but most importantly, you get to save and quit out of Agina. And you're not going to get baited into Desert right now because no book, no boots. Like, there's no reason to go in there at all. But Agina is a Spear Zero check, so you should do it at the first convenient opportunity. And having a flute to 6, you're not going to get more convenient than that. Plus, if Agina is nothing, you're saving and quitting out of there, and you're just coming right here anyway. Well, not right here. You're probably doing escape first, but you'll make your way back here very soon. Okay, good resource management. Realizing you're on one and being careful. Okay. This is in logic, but I'm not ecstatic about it because it takes a long time to do only 2 checks. Sure, you get the save and quit point, but I think most people overrate this save and quit point. At this point, you want to wait until you have at least a hook shot, if not like mirror hammer, to come up here. Also, I don't believe you've done a map check yet, and you should probably have done that like 10 minutes ago. Okay, this is Saha. Okay, cool. You have Dark World access. There's 0 reason to go into Eastern right now. There's 0 reason to go into uh, Eastern Palace right now. Just take your Dark World access. Go to the Dark World. The reason being, you like for all you know, there's just literally nothing in here, and everything is behind those mitts. Now you ended up getting an ice rod, which is fine, but like you want to save this to probably pair it with pod. Okay, there's the flippers. So you would have gotten chased here at some point anyway. Also, you just got 2 progression items out of a pendant dungeon, so I would just leave, honestly. It's rare that you get 1 item out of a pendant dungeon, super rare that you get 2, and almost impossible to get 3. So even if someone last locates those flippers, I don't think it's gonna hurt them much. Fire rod does not kill that guy. Okay. Um. So you said you want to learn some faster strats. There it is. So what you want to do here is you want to actually do a damage boost off of this Popo, and then that will put you into this ring of anti-fairies, and then you can pick up the pot and hit it. Definitely take some practice, but it's a lot faster than, especially if you're swordless, it's a lot faster than, you know, kill this guy, slash, 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 and slash, and then hit the pot. Like, that's almost 20 seconds there versus 5 if I just do it like that. So definitely take some practice to figure out positioning and stuff. But it's a very it's like one of the first things you have to learn for the speed run, and also like a lot of rando players just know how to do it. Okay, stairs are slow. Avoid them whenever possible. Because let me just let me just show you something quick. Um, oops. There we go. So if you come up here, this puts you here. Now, where are you going after this? You're going up left? Oh, well. Now you have to walk all the way around that bush, or you walk up here. You still have to walk all the way around these trees to get here. Versus, like, if you just go left and you skip all of this, then you're already lined up with the portal. Okay. We did not check the map, did we? Okay, Skullwoods is a pendant, which is good for you. That's bad luck on that. Yep. Take the time to get your pendants right. Make sure you don't mistrack something. Yeah, that's good for you. That probably means that Fire Rod is only for Turtle Rock. Could also be your Ice Palace access, actually. Okay. Yeah, you're coming in here. You might as well do the whole thing. Um, let me take this to regular speed and see what was happening with this statue. Okay. Were you just pressing A? Was that the thing here? Yeah. Okay, yeah, you don't need to grab that statue, you just walk into it. Just walk into it to push it. Alright. Good stuff. You don't need this key, that's your second item. Okay. So Skullwoods has 2 items inside, and you've just gotten the second one. So there's no reason for you to be doing this. Especially because you can't clear it. Like if you had a sword, then I would say maybe. Well, this chest most definitely is not worth it. But like, let me actually make sure that I'm not insane here. But I'm pretty sure you got an item in left side. This chest. Yep. So first item, and then second item. Skullwoods only has 2 non-dungeon items in it. There's no reason for you to do anything else in here. You just need to leave. Now, like I said, maybe if you had a sword and you could complete the dungeon to get a pendant, then I could see this being better. But right now, like, I think you just have to go do some overworld. Um, you're on 4 hearts, so you just needed to take 2 mummies to the face to get back to the beginning. Takes 17 seconds to run out and 12 seconds to die. So if you're like 5 mummy hits from dying, then you might as well just take it. Very nice swordless bomb lineup. Okay. So you actually want to go out the quote unquote normal way because you're not going straight to village. You actually want to go and grab bumper ledge info. Okay, I'm doing the front 4 of this and then I'm leaving because you don't have anything that can kill blind. So and yeah, that small key is weirding me out. So just front 4 and leave. Oh, nope. This video is gonna get delisted now. Oh well, or demonetized, I guess. Okay, so I'm a big proponent of just rushing Hype Cave in this situation because you can't finish any dungeons. So like you're gonna have to go back to Vu area anyway, and the answer that to whatever you're thinking is no, you can't get. Well, actually, you could have swam over to Pod. Thing is, do you want to swim the Pod? Okay, cool hammer. Okay, not not sure why you're doing this now. So how long did that whole sequence take? I understand that you're following the flippers here, but like this is not a very fast sequence. So you land at 52, and then you get your first item at 24. So it took you 30 whole seconds to get your first item here. And then 28:10, so 8, 10, 18, so a minute 18 to get 2, 3. So a minute 18 to get 3 items and knowledge on a fourth. So here's a point. You haven't done back of escape yet, and you're doing front. I mean, you have a glove. You can just drop right into back of escape. Whenever you get a glove in open mode, uh, you should be spying back of escape. Right now, though, you have a lamp and a hammer, so that means everything in pod except the boss is available. So that's like 3 to 4 items, or sorry, 4 to 5 items. Yeah. So you definitely should do back before front here. And then yeah, you already got everything here, so might as well go get the last, or you've already gotten map, so might as well just go get the last item. Yeah, I'm not sure why you avoided pod, because like if you're if you're doing the I'm following items thing to justify your Zora play, um, then why not just follow the hammer into pod? Because that's in a deeper sphere. Could also follow the hammer into Ice Palace, but I mean you do have a green potion, I guess. But not a lot of people want to do Ice Palace swordless, so and especially mirrorless. Although I guess it depends on if you're gonna PCU here. Because if you're looking to camera unlock, then yeah, okay, yeah, that looks like what you're doing. Then yeah, you definitely want to do pod first, and then go re up your potion and go into Ice Palace after. Uh, okay. All right. So I'm not gonna test it right now. I'm just gonna show you what I normally do. All right. So unlock your camera, and this is what I do. You just grab the wall, trap the red guy against the pot, and just drag him off screen. Because I don't know, this you get kind of something like this where you're walking him all the way to the edge of the room anyway, and that just seems like a recipe for disaster, honestly. 956. 811. So I'm doing my thing almost 2 seconds faster, but okay. So instead of walking all the way around there, um, so instead of walking all the way around, you can just kind of dodge these beetles, throw the bomb and fall, wait till it explodes, and then come up here. That is a lot faster than going all the way around and taking 2 extra room transitions. Oh no. Yeah, I hate that guy. You have a big key, correct? I don't have key tracking on here. I'm pretty sure you got a big key in the front. It's a map. I think it was on the bridge chest. Yes. Okay. Okay, so you have a big key, which means that you should hammer jump. Because you have a lamp, it's not gonna. You don't have to do any weird like shenanigans here. So get to this pixel. So this is what it looks like when the start menu is down. This is what it looks like when the start menu is up. Find a visual cue. I usually use the start menu. So if I'm on the right pixel, the top of there's the top of the red bar of the A items, and then there's a patch of dark pixels, and then there's a light pixel. That's the visual cue that I'm looking for. If you're one too low, there's gonna be one little light pixel there. So yeah, I'm one too low here. If there's any light pixels showing, you're too low, and then if you're too high, that patch of dark disappears. It's too high, that's one too high. This is perfect. And then after you place your bomb, I use the start menu again, and you shouldn't see any of the bomb, but you should see 3 pixels of the shadow underneath the green Y items part. And then hold up while you boost through. And this is only if you get the big key in the front, then this becomes faster. And well, if you have a big key and you have a small key to get out, then hammer jumping becomes faster. But you do have a small key here, so then in that scenario you would get big chest and then bottom and top. So this sequencing is a little off here. Like Harmless Hellway, more often than not is just a key for a key, and when it's not a key for a key, it can also be a key for a map or a compass. So Harmless Hellway actually has a very low chance to have an item, which is why most people just save it for last. Because if you know what it is, then you can skip it. Then and that's why hammer jumping is better on the other side there, is because there cannot be keys on the dark maze. There cannot be any keys over here. This is locked by all of the small keys in the dungeon. So it's almost guaranteed that there's going to be items over here, and it's like, I don't know, 66% that Harmless Hellway is a dungeon item rather than a useful one. Okay, but I thought you got everything. Oh, do you not know you're locked out? Yeah, you need a bow to activate the statue in the back here. Okay, well, that's a live and learn that you probably won't forget for a while. Alright, so pod came up empty, Ice Palace is just the play here. Also, if you're going Pyramid Catfish, I believe it's better to go to 4, but maybe not. Like, I could see if you wanted to go for potions and you're just like making this part of your potion trip, then I guess that would be fine, but like as it is, just going all the way up here for catfish is, yeah, I would not do that. This wastes a lot of time, and if there's nothing here, then that's just time your opponent gained on you. Hey, a sword. I would be fluting to 2. Oh, this first? Okay, fine. I accept. Uh, okay. Swimming, you should have swam out and then fluted from the shallow water instead of coming all the way back up here. Alright. Well, your last locating Ice Palace, which. Okay. I just want to show you something very, very quickly. So, so we're gonna wait till you flute. So take note of where you're gonna flute from here. So you're on these stairs. Oops. So when the duck picks you up and you're on stairs, the game still thinks you're on stairs when you land. So I'm just gonna slow this down as much as I can here. Watch Lucario's feet. See how he's kicking his feet and you're not really moving very far? That's because the game still thinks you're on stairs for, I think, something like 15 frames. So whenever you flute when you're on stairs, you need to either go left 1 frame or right 2 frames. So just very quickly left or right, and then you'll get rid of that stair speed. Okay. I don't mind going and checking Sick Kid before getting forced into Ice Palace here. Yeah, there you go. That helps tremendously. Stairs are slow. Where are we going? Oh, skull. Oh, thieves. Yeah. Yeah. No reason to be scared of thieves anymore. Also, something, the first time that you were here, so you had Mit's access to the Dark World. So you could have taken the Smith all the way to Hype Cave and then just taken him home after saving and quitting, because you were always saving and quitting out of Hype Cave. Like, I don't think you were ever uh, looking to swim over to Pod. Okay. So I just talked about stair cancels. Um, and in this room specifically, as long as you're quick on it, you can just skip all these spikes. So hold right for a little bit, like a very, very small amount of time, and then you can just walk right past these spikes rather than, waiting for this, and or even just, yeah. So if you take the stair drag here, you'll always get hit, but if you cancel the stair drag, you will never get hit. Okay. Need to have your hammer out here because that way out damages your fighter sword. In fact, in the NMG speed run, it is actually okay, we'll just go back to backtracking. So in the NMG speed run, we actually take a start menu here in this room. Like, we're on Master Sword, and we're even taking this start menu to have the hammer available. So having the hammer out here is key. Like, just having this little bit of extra damage is huge because you get rid of that guy and you can just pick this up right away after and so you don't have to slash the Zazak away 3 times just to have him screw you anyway. Yeah, there's hearts under the 2 right pots. Okay, if you're coming from big chest, it's better to just go through the conveyor. Otherwise, we would go through the brick in NMG. Okay. It's not fast, but it's effective. I would say it's more important to make sure the boss is dead than make sure the boss is dead quickly right now for you. I probably would have done hammer pegs first and then made a decision on Smith because now you're locked into Smith. So if you find something valuable here, then you can't just save and quit out of here. Now you have to go turn in the Smith. Plus, if you had turned in Smith before, then you would have the purple chest here. And now purple chest is just isolated forever. Okay, please stop being afraid of Ice Palace. No, dude. Stop being afraid. Just go to Ice Palace. Okay, well, you should have gotten that sword a long time ago. Like I said before, when I find a flute and cack, I'm going directly to 6 every single time. You're killing me with these stairs, dude. Okay, and now you're going all the way back for the purple chest, yeah. So not a strong play. You really have to spike something super important like a mirror here to make this worth it. Yeah, and it's just straight up not worth it. Oh, spike cave. Yeah, so you're doing all of these slow one-off checks because I don't know, you just don't want to go to Ice Palace, I guess. And Yeah, most runners have gone to Ice Palace and are done with it by now. So, like, you last locating something in Ice Palace is super, super, super bad. Okay, nice mirror. You get to put off Ice Palace even longer. Okay. So when you're going upstairs, you want to be alternating left and right on your D-pad. The reason is when Link is on stairs, there are certain frames where he doesn't move at all, and by switching your direction from a cardinal up to either up left or up right, it resets his walking cycle and it makes sure that he's walking at least one pixel on every frame. And TLDR, it's just faster, so do it. Only when you're going up. There are very few situations in when you are going downstairs. I would not skip that chest. Because what if your hook shot's there? Now you just spent all this time climbing and bomb jumping and such. I think you got the lineup a couple times, but yeah. Well, good news. No reason to bomb jump now. You already got 2 items out of here. Uh, okay. So Tower of Hera is a crystal. You needed to go up and kill Moldorm because coming back here is incredibly slow. Like you were already on the floor before Moldorm. Like you were literally one room from where you Harapot to, and it's gonna take you longer when you come back to Harapot to get to advance one room than it would take you to do the room transition. So basically, if you're in a dungeon and already and you can kill a boss, then you should probably just do it. Okay, TR's a crystal, so this is probably a decent thing to get, at least to check. I know you just got them, but you should use your boots. Shot and Hookshot Cave, classic. All right, so being afraid of Ice Palace paid off this time, but it won't pay off every time. Yep, just get your crystal. Honestly, before like you've already gotten everything out of here. Like before doing this as a cleanup option, I would just do Ice Palace because you haven't touched it yet. I think you should also be chasing that mirror a little harder because most people are gonna last locate that. So if you don't want to do Ice Palace yet because most people have already done it, then that's fine. Uh, but then you need to go do like 45 Graveyard Ledge. Maybe, oh, you just got Hook, so go into Swamp. Yeah, Swamp into 45 is probably a decent play here. Um, Alternatively, chasing the boots would also be chasing the mirror. So you're not afraid of Mire, which has Wizrobes that do 3 hearts of damage, but you are afraid of Ice Palace, which has nothing that does 3 hearts of damage in it, other than the boss, which you have half magic for. Alright, just looking for Ether at this point. Nice silvers. That's probably most people's first bow. Okay. So this strat isn't any faster, but it is safer. For the very reason that I'm about to show you. So, so you know about the block pushing and stuff, but like to light your 4th torch, you definitely need to walk all the way around. Because light the 3rd one and walk around and light the 4th one. Okay? Reason being, you're gonna have to dodge or kill this guy now, and if you had lit this torch and walked around, then he wouldn't have been fully phased in yet. So you're gonna have to kill him, and that's slow. You can hammer dash that pot, and that's a clean line. You have half magic, so you probably didn't need that magic refill. And you're not doing spooky, so you definitely didn't need it. If you don't know spooky, aka spooky action at a distance, I would look it up. It's like 12 seconds faster than bombing the wall. Okay. Just more confidence would would probably save you a good bit of time here. Because silvers with Vidi, I'm not gonna call it free, but it's a lot freer than the regular strat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then wait forever. Ah. Like, see how much leeway I had there? And that's because I'm confident in the room. That's because I know I'm not going to die. It's faster to flute to 4 and go down to get to that portal. It's also faster to swim across and not do 2 screen transitions. Screen transitions take 2.5 seconds each, so whenever you can avoid them, you should. Definitely learn Specky. I will call Specky Clip free. So, Specky Clip. So, oops. Alright, Specky Clip. Just put yourself in this corner, put a bomb here, go all the way to the left and line up against the pipe, and then back into the explosion. And then hook shot to the statue and profit. It's literally free. It's the easiest trick ever. And it saves you like, what, 2, 3, 4 room transitions and a cutscene. Okay, you've done this a couple times now where you slash your sword and then you just strafe over and then hook shot. Where when you have your sword out, you only move at 1 pixel per frame versus if you just walk and turn up, you're moving at 1.5 pixels per frame. So you save a little bit of, you save like a handful of frames on the block. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles. It's like maybe 2 or 3 frames on the walk. But where you'll save the most time is by not slashing your sword. If you just go here, even if you bash against this pipe, that's fine. You just turn up and hook shot, and you're right here. There's no need to slash your sword there. I think you did it in Hookshot Cave too, which again, you're losing like what is it, 22 frames by slashing your sword. It's almost half a second. Okay. I don't know if you want to learn Diver Down or not. That's 100% up to you. If you're not gonna do Diver Down on left side here, just go to the bottom, grab the key, and then go to the top. It's another slash before hooking. Actually, on fast ROM, it might actually be faster to do it the way you're doing it. Yeah. See, there's another slash before hooking. You don't have to slash before you hook shot. Just go. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Nice. All right. So you do know the AD version of Diver Down, which tells me you either A, learned it a long time ago, or B, that you have looked into RMG, which fantastic either way. Dash. There is an easier method now. So line up on this pipe like you normally do, but put the block to your right. And then... So another advantage of the left-facing one is that that you don't have to do this water thing. But yeah, you can jump in the water, buffer a movement down right, and then go straight right, like. This is what it should look like. So you want to wait. So when you jump in the water, you want to press down right until Link starts moving down right, and then you can actually buffer this with a start menu and then go straight right. Didn't work. Or you can just do it live like I'm doing it, but this takes practice. It's the same essential visual cue. You just press down right until you see Link moving, and then you switch to right, and then it puts you on the right pixel. But yeah, for this one, you want to push it and then get here, down, up, down, something like that. I don't know. I can't do that one. But the way I just showed is also applicable on for left side Diver Down. Whereas you can't do, I don't think you can do the AD version on left side, because I think it's too short. Alright, you already skipped left side, you need to commit to that. It's much more likely that your ether is in Ice Palace. Alright, I wasn't paying attention to items, so I don't know if you know that something is not on left side. I would, like, most people are just not going to go back in a swamp at all, so you're giving away time there if nothing's there. And that also gives you more incentive to come back because you know there's one more item there rather than it's just a one-off. All right. So Pen Gators actually die to one bomb. So you can just place 2 bombs, wait a little bit, and then just get all of them at once. Just like that. Rather than chasing them all around. They also die to a hook shot. You're full clearing the dungeon as far as you know, so I don't like hitting the switch here. Like, if you find ether and you still need to search for big key, yeah, it feels bad, but if ether ends up not being here, then it's like you're full clearing this dungeon no matter what, basically. Okay. Good iced tea skip. Yeah, you need, when you skip stuff, you gotta commit to it. Like, you never go back until you have to. Yeah, see, going back for all this stuff is, you're just bleeding time to it. All right. It also seems like you don't know where to go, but you haven't done mirror checks. So, yeah, oh, you haven't done boots checks also. So, yeah, I actually probably do 45 into Bonk Rocks into Graveyard Ledge and then King's Tomb. Because now you're just like betting on that it's not K45 basically. This could have been something that you checked earlier. I believe that you. Oh, you did check Lumberjack. Never mind. All right, cool. So hook dashing on a ladder is actually better than spin speed, but it's good to know you know how to do that. Okay, so you need Kane and Samaria to even get to that room. So let's use Kane of Samaria. So what you do, enter the room and you read the first RNG here. Okay. And you figure out which side is going to be open. So right now it's hard to tell. I don't know if the right one's going right or down right, but it looks like left at least is going to be blocked. So we're going to be looking at the right switch. Yeah, so he's going down right, but he blocked me anyway. But yeah, so if you get double blocked, you just do one of those. Just read which side is going to be open, and then you get your iframes and you phase right through, rather than start menuing twice and flailing around, and then you need to be on Samaria for the next portion anyway, so... Oh, well, you have a Master Sword, so you're going to have to be on Fire Rod, but whatever. Still stands. Yeah, you need this key. Okay, good call on safety door. Okay, so doing this way is fine if you have half magic, but if you don't have half magic, you don't have enough shots to take him down with Master Sword. So you're actually at 9 shots here, and that's not enough. So instead of using your sword, just freeze him, menu to hammer, 1, 2, 3, ice rod, 1, 2, and menu to fire rod, and then you would be on master here, but you can get a couple sword hits in there, and then... So basically what I'm demonstrating is that you have the ability to use the hammer, and it outdamages the Master Sword pretty significantly, especially on this phase, because I think this is 8 slashes versus 5 hammer hits. Okay, I mean, you could use Hookshot to... Okay, so yeah, all of this from this mirror transition... So from this mirror transition until the end is pure time loss. Because you didn't kill Moldorm the first time that you were here. Yeah, you can Harapot now. Okay. It's an old strat, but it checks out. I would try to avoid jumping in the Moldorm pit with your sword out, because if the Moldorm is like anywhere down here, he can just knock you either back onto this bridge or directly into the hole. So yeah, you lost like a minute and a half there by not killing Moldorm the first time. Well, maybe not quite that much. Probably closer to a minute than a minute and a half. Right, so it seems like you know this strat, you're just struggling to get that diagonal. I'm not sure how much I like Red Lucario. He definitely looks more steely with the red outfit, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't really like my sprite's red mail thing either, so. Yeah, so in this room, there's a so for this room, you want to wait until this anti-fairy hits the pot once, like this, before you pick it up, because then it'll just climb straight out. Because if you just do it quick like this, then you're gonna have to wait. And you might be waiting here a long time until it finally comes out. But you just wait till it hits the pot. It changes its trajectory slightly so that you can do this a little faster. That's some nice shooting text. F. Yeah, you always mirror out of that. Every single time you mirror out, there's a better chance to get fairies later. Yeah, climbing out of that room is super slow. You didn't need that. Like you just used a green potion, so you were on full magic there, so you didn't need the magic refill. And in fact, it's kind of harmful to get it when you did, because if you had messed the room up, then you might want it later. You don't need this key, you only need two. You just got the big key. Uh okay. Well, there we go. Yeah, it's very rare that you're going to be in GT without a mirror, and if you're in GT without a mirror, you just need to run back. There's no reason to grab that key. And yeah, this is your better place that you could have gotten fairies. Because I think you caught two fairies, so you could have just like caught them both and used them for revives instead of. Oh, that's the other thing. Like you caught fairies in that room, and like you can't death warp if you can't death warp if you have a fairy in a bottle. Okay, you have 24 arrows. You need to use them. Knowing fire rod strats is good, but um, this puts me inside of the room. I'm gonna have to do a couple gauntlet rooms here. Things that'll never happen in an NMG run. This is not how to do that room, by the way. I'm just trying to... So... bonk this wall, stand on top of that guy, boom, 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 you're done. One more time. Bonk the top wall, stand on top of the right guy, and then shoot while moving forward to dodge the fireball. And then just... even if you don't want to do the speed strat like that, like, one silver arrow is better than 2 fire rod shots, so like... and you're at 24 arrows, so no danger of running out. Ooh, yeah, that's way too far to the left. You just have to go straight out of that. Actually, I'm close enough to that. You just have to go straight out of here, and it doesn't... like, you can also just stair cancel or just tap the boots. Like, I know a lot of people like to just tap the boots and do this. I don't like that because it, like... It makes me take that corner shallower, and you can't really take it any shallower than I already do. So I do a stair cancel to the right to put me further onto the path so that the greedy diagonals that I take have a little more leeway. Okay. You did not need that magic. Your magic bar was completely full. Don't need this key either. I don't mind fluffing these for a sword, but you definitely do not need. It's actually fairly likely that there's a sword here on the climb. Wow. Okay, so you poked him. That means you need to slash him again before spinning. Okay. He's gonna enrage here. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So one thing, other than the, the normal, hey, you should figure out how Molnorm's RNG works. When he's charging at you like this, and you hook shot, he can't hurt you, and you actually get a perfect tail shot on him every single time, no matter where he goes. Like, even if he goes straight, like, even if he goes fully straight, like that, you just time, every single time you'll get this spin off. And it's better than flailing. Wow, no sword. I am genuinely shocked by that. So it's gotta be, what, on Armos? Green Pendant? And where would the other one be? Tile Room? You've cleared pretty much everything else. Yeah, this is a weird one. Okay, all I can really tell you is spend some time in the Prakak in this room, because this boss is probably the hardest boss in the game. And I'm not even lying. Like, even Master Sword Silverless Ganon is way easier than Aga. Aga 2. Um, so getting this fairy actually takes like a full minute, which is fine if you're feeling ahead, but you've already full cleared this seed, so I would at least try the Ganon fight without it, especially because you have two fairies as backups. Yeah, you need to get those double spins wherever you can. So you should so here when so see how you're hitting him twice here? I'm not going to teach you pitchfork spins because that takes a long time to get used to the timing and whatever. But when he's up in this corner, you should definitely be either here with your sword held to the left or here with your sword held down. Because you can get two double spins in the time that it took you to do two spins. Okay, you have a cape, so I would use it. Yeah, I would definitely use up the magic with your cape before I use that blue potion. Yeah, and then here you definitely need to be above his head, so get there. Oh, you see, you were where you needed to be, and you pulled out of it. Okay, yeah, Master Sword Phase 2 is hard, but this is why you got the fairies. And again, I would have been using my cape through this whole thing. You have half magic, you had a blue potion, like you have to use your safeties whenever you can. Yeah, and oh, okay. So congrats on that torch glitch. It's not an easy one to hit, but uh, when you're fighting with silvers, it's much more valuable uh, to be able to freeze him and then stop him. So you should just let both of the torches go out there. But GG. Okay. So you full cleared the game, but the good news is that most other people probably did too. Because mirror and spike cave leading and like hookshot cave definitely would have tripped a bunch of people up. Um, General notes. Learn which checks are valuable and which checks are just like little one-offs that you leave behind. Um, when you skip stuff, commit to it. Um, because going back for stuff is just straight up slow. Just kill the Moldorm the first time you're there. Especially if you're only 2 rooms away. Things that you did pretty well. A lot of people just panic when they only have a Master Sword. Um, so you seemed at least fairly comfortable with it. Yeah, at least you didn't die to any bosses, so. And you do seem to have a basic understanding of how the game works, so um so yeah. Uh Definitely get with a mentor. Uh Figure out how you want to route stuff. Um like my advice is definitely not the be all and end all. So yeah. I hope some of it's valuable at least.